Kennedy, and I have with me the 2014 McKinney ISD Elementary Teacher of the Year, Sara Kingsolver. Congratulations, Sara.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I just want to know, what does this award mean to you, or this honor? What does it mean to you?
It means so much. I truly believe that I'm in the best district in the state, and I know that there are so many fabulous teachers. This is just the biggest honor I could imagine in my position, to be recognized by my peers. And also, as an art teacher, it means quite a bit that McKinney supports the fine arts and values them as part of a well-rounded education for students. So it really means a lot on the fine arts level as well, just to be recognized in that way.
That's great. When did you first become interested in becoming an art teacher? When did that first happen?
Well, my journey to education has been a long one. I actually, if you had asked me 10 years ago if I would imagine myself teaching, I probably would have laughed a little bit. That's not the route I saw for myself, but God had something else in mind. So I went to school for studio art at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee.
So it has a good reputation.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm very proud of my alma mater.
Yeah.
And I was nannying for a family, a live-in nanny for 3 elementary age children. And it was then that I really started to kind of figure out, you know what, I love working with kids. There's so much joy in it and satisfaction, and I didn't want to give up the whole art element. So it just really kind of clicked for me to pursue both of my passions, children and then also the arts. So my senior year there is when I really decided I'm going to pursue education. So.
Well, many of us as educators were influenced by a teacher or a group of teachers who had an impact on our life. That happened for me, and I'm sure it happened for you. Can you tell us about the teacher that had the greatest impact on your life?
Yes, I could tell you every single one of my teachers' names in elementary school, but one just really stands out to me. Her name is Mrs. Trower. She was my first grade teacher, and she created an atmosphere in the classroom that was so welcoming. It felt like home. Growing up, I grew up in a difficult situation. I had a difficult family life, and in school was the place where I really felt like I belonged. She made every single one of her students feel accepted and valued, and I felt like I was just her favorite student, in the classroom, and I'm sure she made every single child feel that way. And moving on into the next year, she still remained close to me, and she knew that I was having some troubles in my home life, and she gave me a stuffed rabbit, just kind of like, hey, I'm thinking about you, and whenever things get difficult, just squeeze this rabbit, and it'll get better, and just really encouraged me. And I still have the rabbit today. She's missing an arm and a leg, so she's well loved. And the rabbit's name is Mrs. T, after the teacher, Mrs. Trower, who gave her to me. And she just really, from an early age, modeled what an excellent teacher should be. So.
Fantastic. Well, my 29-year-old son is moving out of the country, and so he sold his house, and he was paring down, going through all of his stuff and throwing away just about everything. But one thing he kept was a little ceramic dragon that he made in an art class. What does that mean to you?
Well, I tell my students all the time, keep these things, keep what you're making, and I try to help them, those who maybe can't hold on to the physical object forever. I take pictures of their artwork and upload them to a website for our school. And there's such a close relationship. It's a unique relationship between a creator and something that they've made. And there's no other relationship quite like it between an artist and something that they've created. And it's almost like a snapshot of that time in your life. I'd be interested to hear more about, what might be going on in your son's life during that time, and if it was something that was happening at the time that he tied the object to that made it special to him. And even with my students, I tell them, keep these so that you can look back on what you made and see how far you've come, you know, when you're older. And just to see not only their creative progress, but also just in life, you know, that's almost like I said, a snapshot. They can look back and say, oh, wow, I've really grown in these ways, and they can find satisfaction in that.
That's great. Well, I have my city slicker question, okay? What is the one thing that you want students to have learned from having had you as their teacher?
Well, if there's one thing that I hope that my students will take away is the importance of creativity, as well as the importance of their unique individuality, who they are as a person. I want my students to know that they're not made to fit into a mold, and that they can find so much success in their unique ideas. My students at Finch are awesome. They're so sweet, and they are creative. They remind me every day what creativity is. They come up with new ideas for their project. Most recently, my 5th graders had this wonderful idea that I plan to continue. They're making some clay cupcakes, and they said, well, what if we put real sprinkles on them? And I said, well, why don't we? That is a great idea. So they're always reminding me to think outside of the box, and I really hope that they continue to think that way in whatever they pursue in their lives.
Well, I want to tell you, your principal has told me that you have made a real positive impact on the atmosphere on that campus, and that you're making a difference there in the lives of the children. So thank you for what you have done for the students of McKinney ISD, and I just want to thank everyone and make it a great week.